Hello everybody, in this lesson, this is lesson 9, we will be discussing adding and subtracting. We'll be talking about adding and subtracting in 16-bit MASM. Like any other language, adding and subtracting is fairly straightforward. We simply need two values and an output register. To demonstrate, open DOSBox and type edit addsub.asm, and then we type the following code. So if we open up DOSBox, so here we go, I've got my DOSBox open. Then we go edit add sub.asm. Okay, so we're greeted with this blank screen. First thing we have to define is our structure, our model. Okay, next, we'll define our stack size. Now, data segment num1 db2 num2 db3. Back to the thing. Code main prop, so it defines our procedure as main. Whoops, hold on. Alright, so just make sure you do a four indentation for each of these things. Sorry, 4 space indentation. Alright, it's pretty good practice for me anyway. Alright, mov ax at data, mov ds ax ds data segment. So now we zero our ax register because we're going to need it for AH, and it's probably better to do this anyway. Mov ax 0. You can also use XOR ax. However, we haven't talked about this instruction yet, and it's probably better that you just follow the tutorial for now until we have discussed that. So now we mov pardon me, al num1, and now here comes the addition. Add al num2. Okay. Main np end. Alright, so now let's discuss this code. We've defined all this stuff. We already know about this. Num1 defined by its 2, num2 defined by its 3. Okay, so initialize data. Label of num1 points to 2. Label of num2 points to 3. Mov ax at data. Mov ds ax, we've covered this multiple times in the previous tutorials. Mov ax 0. Mov al num1. So this puts num1 in al, and then we say add al num2. So basically, we've already got num1 in al, and now we're going to add num2 on top of that. Remember, the first operand is the destination, but it's also what contains our first number that we're going to add. Right? Okay. So this basically is how you add and subtract in MASM. You can go ahead and save that. Right. This will simply add the two numbers and not display them or anything else. Also, you can see can you see the problem with our program? Now let's just go back here and cover that up. Can you see it? Okay. Okay, it is going to hang because we have not told it to exit. Have a go at trying to make it terminate and then assemble it. You should not get any output, but it should just exit. If you're stuck, this is what you need to use. Mov ah04ch interrupt 21h. So how are we going to do this? I'm going to go here. I'm going to add a couple lines. Sorry, no, we're not. It's one line. We're going to go mov ah4ch call out interrupt 21 at DOS API. Right. Now we're going to assemble that as an add sub semicolon. Now we'll link add sub semicolon. Alright, now we can call it. Alright, sweet. That's exactly what we were looking for. what we were expecting, sorry, because we haven't told it to do anything else except add the numbers and exit. Right, so now we need to have a look, we need to find our output. So yeah, just add that before end P. Right, now to make it printable with the result, we have to manipulate the result to make it a printable number. Now actually, in our references folder, we have here our ASCII table, which contains the most common ASCII codes for all the symbols here. So we can see that 2 plus 5, which is from our program, basically if I just go back, here we go, see, num1 db2, num2 db3, and then we add the 2 there. Right, so that gives us a result of 5. If we try and print that out, we're not going to get any displayable character, because 5 is not, well, it's not going to print as 5, it's going to print as whatever the character is for inquiry. Now we can actually, I can show you what I mean. Go edit add sub.asm, and then we go here and we simply say of AH02 LEA DL, and then we're going to go AL interrupt 21H. Right. 02 is the operand for AH for the DOS API for printing a single character. DL is our data register, and that's where our character is going to go. Please note that AL will be set to DL after this interrupt has been called with AH as 2. Okay, save that. Alright, so now we're going to assemble it again, and I'll show you what I mean.